Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. You're in my kitchen today. I have been requested to give you some more healthy recipes, and this one is perfect for the weather as it's warming up outside. I don't know if you're like me, but once it gets warmer outside, I like to eat fresh salads, and this one is gonna fit the bill. All right, today we are doing a salad. We are doing a Southwestern chopped chicken salad. I'm going to get the chicken on right away. This chicken has already been marinating. This is chicken breast, and it's got the world's greatest marinade. We call this summertime chicken tacos. This chicken will be very versatile. We use this for tacos, we use it for burrito bowls, we use it for a salad like this. I will give you the recipe in the show notes, but I will tell you right now, it's really simple. It's 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, 1/3 cup of olive oil, a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper if you like that, and you let it marinate. And it is so delicious. Right now I have it in one of my stasher bags because this is gonna go into my sous vide, which is a water bath. If you don't know much about sous videing, look it up. It is gonna make the greatest chicken you'll ever eat, along with the greatest salmon, the greatest steaks. Sous videing is the way to go. So I'm gonna get this in there. It takes about 1.5 to 2 hours in my sous vide, so it'll be ready for dinner. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do with the salad. So this salad is on a bed of chopped romaine lettuce, and you're topping it with avocado, some tomatoes. We're gonna put on corn. We're gonna put on black beans. We're also gonna put on some finely diced red onions. Now, if you're like me and you don't really like the flavor, the bite and the sting of raw onions, I've got a trick for you. It's called macerating your onions or anything of that nature. You need a citrus. I thought I had lemon juice in the refrigerator. I don't. I normally do this with lemon juice. I'm using lime juice today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to it's kind of like marinating the onion in that juice. The juice will take that bite out of the onion. So you still get the flavor, but you don't get the overpowering sensation of the onion. This is the way to do it, right? So when it comes time for dinner tonight, I'll drain that juice off, and then I can keep those onions, and they will taste delicious and not leave you with like fire breath. The other thing we need to do to make this salad is to make the dressing. And this is a really simple, very healthy dressing. What I've already done, I make a lot of my own seasonings. I've mentioned that before. This is homemade taco seasoning. I just look up whatever's online. In my container here, I have 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. And to this 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of, I typically use avocado oil, but you could also use olive oil. I'm gonna also add 1 half of a finely chopped jalapeno pepper. I'm gonna add 1 clove of finely chopped garlic. I'm doing this with my left hand. I have no idea why, because I'm not left-handed. But here, let's mix that in there, get that in there. What I'm also going to need with this recipe is the juice of 1 lime. So I'm gonna add a few tablespoons of lime juice into this. I am a big lime fan. I'm almost out again. Again, you've seen me do this in my other recipes that I've used lime with. I add in a drop of lime essential oil because it really just makes those flavors pop. It's so, so delicious. Also for this recipe, I need 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna need 2 teaspoons of honey. All right, so now that I've got my 2 teaspoons of honey in there, I'm gonna give this a good stir before I add my taco seasoning in. This is an adaptation from a recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. I really like her baking stuff. She's got a few recipes on her site that are also really good in terms of savory or main dishes, and this is one of them. So I'm gonna put 2 scant tablespoons of seasoning in here. I've got a little left over for the next time I need to make some tacos, which is good. And once I stir this up, I'm gonna taste it, see if I need any salt in there. Once again, salt can be very, very healthy for you. It also is gonna balance flavors, and it's gonna make things taste really good because it's going to balance out the acidity, and it's going to bring out the sweetness in some of this as well. So let's just try a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna add just a tiny, tiny bit of salt. I think it'll just really make those flavors pop. I think the key to cooking and enjoying cooking is, one, to use really good ingredients, right? Because if you're using good ingredients, you're gonna get a good end product, and that's gonna be a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if you make good food, you're gonna wanna eat it, and you're gonna wanna keep making more. Another key that I think to having fun in the kitchen is having good equipment. Specifically, like as I was prepping for this recipe, I have a really nice knife. And that nice knife makes chopping ingredients like the jalapeno and the onion and the garlic that much easier. So don't just use a crappy knife. You know, like when you go to those rental houses and they have knives that like you couldn't even cut, like, I don't know, like a banana if you wanted to. They're so bad. Don't have that be your knives in your house. Go buy a nice knife. I have a Masahiro. It's a brand from Japan. It's great, but like just go to like Sur La Table or something and find a nice kitchen knife that you can use on a regular basis. So that dressing is essentially done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for that chicken to cook, and I'm going to assemble some of these salads, not just for dinner, but I'm also gonna do a little prep for my next 2 days of lunches. So I'm gonna do a little bit of food prep with this as well. This is gonna be high in fiber, this is gonna be high in flavor, it's gonna be high in protein, and it's gonna be really, really enjoyable because we're gonna have all of these really great flavors. I mean, we're gonna have some good fats in there with that avocado as well. The beans are gonna add in some nice fiber and protein. And the thing that makes it oh so good and over the top is to add in some crushed tortilla chips to the top. So right at time of serving, crush those chips and mix it all in together. Oh, it is so, so good. I am not lying. This is one of those recipes that I make for people when they come over to our house, especially in the summer, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And you guys, it didn't take hardly any time at all. I mean, it takes no time at all to chop up romaine lettuce, right? So I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. But if you try this out, let me know, because like I said, I've had many people tell me how darn delicious this is, and I'm kind of curious what you think as well. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope this short, quick, and delicious meal is something that goes over well in your household. And stay tuned because I have new recipes and new videos that come out every Monday and Thursday.